I'm not
Get me
starting
on the
with
next
you.
plane
No,
now.
we won't.
Pure frustration.
Because we bought a return from Newcastle to Rome, Rome to Newcastle, and we're in bloody Bristol.
And a lover's gamble in the air.
Look, it's pear-shaped now. We're locked in this tin can, 30,000 feet up in the air, so there's nowhere to hide now if it all goes wrong.
Come fly with me, let's fly away. If you can use some exotic booze, there's a bar in far Bombay. Come fly with me, let's fly away.
Luton Airport, a veritable hub of efficiency where check-in always shuts on time.
5 minutes I'm late.
Unfortunately, everything else has to run smoothly. We cannot keep it open.
We have hand baggage. If I don't get to Belfast, I cannot take my mother to dialysis. I am stuffed.
But today, film producer Jo Gilbert and her daughter Bridie have only just missed it.
5 minutes.
5 minutes is a long time.
And your
1 minute
staff
right
are laughing back there. Your staff are dreadful. Don't mind the rules. But if they laugh, that is appalling. No, you don't, do you?
No,
You don't give a do you?
At the end of the day, you don't need to speak to me. I'm being quite fair about this. I'm listening to what you're saying, and that shouldn't be happening. What I'm saying to you now is this is happening. What our rules.
That's load of
Well,
So what do I do to get on the next plane?
Sorry, excuse me. We are trying
You
to help
laughed
you.
at me.
No, I didn't.
You
no,
all
I didn't.
laughed
We
at
are
me.
trying to help you.
No, you're not.
Yes, we
No,
are.
no, you're not.
Yes, we are. You were late to check in. I understand it's not your fault, but we are trying to help you to get you on the next flight. Why are you swearing at us? It makes us not want to help
Swearing?
you.
I didn't swear at you.
Yes, you did. You swore
I
at us
didn't.
over there.
You shouldn't laugh.
We weren't laughing at you. We were not
laughed.
laughing at you.
Oh, no, not
No,
much.
we were not laughing
Not
at you.
much. Yet another one. Ha, ha, ha.
No, we were not laughing at you.
Dreadful customer
We were not
service. I
laughing at
will not
you.
have that because
We were
that's
not
rude and
laughing
insulting.
at you.
Yes,
No,
you
we
were.
weren't.
Don't give me that.
No, we weren't.
Don't start.
I'm not
Get me
starting
on the
with
next
you.
plane
No,
now.
we won't. Okay, and not until you calm down.
It's your decision, is it?
Yes, it is. I'm the duty supervisor, and if you
Then
keep...
you should do something about this airport. It's crap. You're going to refuse to put me on the next flight?
Right now, yes. If you come back and calm down, we can talk about
No.
transferring you.
I'll go
I'm
to
not-
another airport, and I will. I'm a film producer. I will go to the press. Because
That's your
it's
choice, if you'd
appalling.
like to.
It is you don't care at all. They wouldn't let me on. There's 4 of them. La, 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 over there. When I said, I know you're not going to let me on, are you? And Noah went, and he was on the phone. He said, no, you can't. Captain's not going to let you on. I knew what the score was going to be, so they sent me over here. The minute I walked away, they're laughing.
I can see where she's coming from, but we weren't laughing at her. And she, you know, she's very adamant about this. Look, we weren't laughing at you. Didn't really get a chance to say, look, it was a member of staff we were laughing at because she was late. Okay, it probably did look bad in the hindsight. It may not have been the best thing for her to have seen at the time, but it was not directed at her at all.
I'm going to go and see if I can get something at Ryanair. Then I will have to come back here and grovel.
With a sick mother needing dialysis in Belfast, it's imperative Jo makes it back. At Nottingham East Midlands Airport, Stuart Nixon is taking girlfriend Louise White on a romantic weekend to Prague. She thinks she's the 300,000th passenger to fly the route, and that's why we're filming. But actually, he's plotting the surprise of a lifetime for her.
Thank you. Bye.
What Louise doesn't know is that halfway through the flight, the pilot's going to propose to her on my behalf, and I'm going to get down on one knee, pop out this little gem, and hopefully she's going to say yes. Otherwise it's going to be a very short holiday for me. I'm shaking in my boots at the moment, I'm very nervous, but I think you can't get much more romantic than getting the captain of a flight to actually announce it over the tannoy, to embarrass me in front of all and sundry on the flight.
They've been together 6 months, but it hasn't been just any whirlwind romance.
We did meet at school 20 years ago, but then there's been an 18-year gap. Well, she finally admitted she wanted to be with me and came back.
But as the flight arrives, Captain Simon White receives some bad news.
Well, unfortunately, the flight to Prague this evening's been cancelled. So what it does mean that we can't propose to Stuart's girlfriend. But hopefully, I'm on the flight tomorrow night, so we're going to give it another go tomorrow night and try and do it then. So fingers crossed.
Right, so what's happened with the flight? Basically, due to weather conditions at Prague Airport, they've closed it and they won't be accepting any flights in, so they have cancelled the flight.
Is there going to be a flight tomorrow? Or?
There's a flight tomorrow, goes at the same time. We'll look at seeing what we can do, transferring passengers onto that flight.
I am pretty gutted about the flight being cancelled. Yeah, better safe than sorry. It's just got to go through the whole butterflies in the stomach again tomorrow to finally pop the question. I'm hoping she's got no idea about what was going to actually happen on the flight. But it depends how we play it tomorrow now, providing the flight goes ahead.
Back in Luton, film producer Joe hasn't found any other way of getting to Belfast.
We're stuck. We have to go through EasyJet.
She's managed to make arrangements for her mother's dialysis. The question is, will she be able to hold her temper long enough for Nathan to transfer them?
Who's next? Hello. Okay, get you onto the 5 to 6 flight. Thank you very much. Okay, it's going to be a £35 charge per person to transfer you into that flight, so we can do that straight away. Check-in is 5:45. This is the £20 that's been charged there. Okay, that's all done. Have a good flight.
I don't think he would have charged that if I hadn't have kicked up a fuss. I am so angry. I can't tell you, I'm almost speechless.
If they miss their flight and it's not due to the airline, that is a standard transfer fee.
I think it's utterly disgusting.
She didn't exactly apologise, but she was quite calm and collected sort of thing and accepted the fact. And she didn't make a fuss about the fact she had to pay the transfer fee.
I knew that if I didn't keep my mouth shut, this little boy, who was younger than my son, in his discretion, might not let me on that plane.
Having sufficiently kept her calm, Joe and daughter Bridie set off, 4 hours late. It's been an anxious 24-hour wait for true romantic Stuart. And after takeoff, his nerves begin to take hold.
I would say that this is probably the biggest gamble of my life, certainly. To do this in front of a plane full of people. We're going to pear-shaped now, we're locked in this tin can, 30,000 feet up in the air, so there's nowhere to hide now if all goes wrong.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain. We have a very special announcement this evening for a couple of our passengers on board. I believe we have a Louise White and a Stuart Nixon with us. Basically, Louise, your boyfriend Stuart would like to become more than just your boyfriend. He would like to ask you for your hand in marriage. So it's going to be short and sweet from myself, and it's over to you, Stuart, and good luck.
I can't believe you did that.
Louise? Love of my life, you're very special to me. I want you in my life forever. I can't get the ring out of my pocket. Will you marry me?
Oh, thank you.
Is that a yes?
I'm all shy. Thank you, Stuart.
Where's your finger?
Aww. I'm just speechless.
I think the correct quote is I love him and want to marry him.
I'm trembling.
That was a yes, though, wasn't it?
Yeah. Thank you.
You're not the one who had to suffer through a 24-hour delay, are you?
That's hilarious. Aww. Cheers.
Cheers.
In Rome, an air traffic control strike has been causing chaos, and holidaymakers travelling back to Newcastle have been transferred to the only UK-bound flight.
It's due to weather and due to a strike that we're in Rome, so it's not an EasyJet technical problem or anything.
And so here they are, in Bristol, 300 miles from home.
All our flights have gone.
Yeah, so you've got a flight to
Some of
Newcastle in the morning?
We may have a flight tomorrow.
Yeah.
Not tonight. Will we have to pay for that?
No, will we get the flight to Newcastle free?
No, you have to buy a ticket to Newcastle.
Newcastle.
Yeah, but they can put you to they can put you on the next available flight to Newcastle.
Which was Sunday.
Yes, exactly. So they put you back to the UK, but you have to get your own
to
Newcastle.
Newcastle.
The next flight to Newcastle is 8:25 tomorrow. There's 6 seats left at £90 and it goes up to the next price, so...
How many people here?
Yeah, there's 6 seats left at 90 and then it goes to the next higher price. So
Which is?
And you was
It's going to cost me £200 extra to get home.
home. You bloody joke, don't you? It didn't cost you that to go into the room. Jesus Christ. What would you do in our position? We are in Bristol.
Exactly. What were we supposed to do? You're in Rome. Yesterday's flight from Rome to Newcastle was cancelled. Today's flight from Rome to Newcastle was cancelled. What would you do? Tomorrow's flight from Rome to Newcastle is fully booked. What would you do? Would you fly to Bristol? Would you hang on another couple of days? What would you do?
Is anything you can do is what you've done. To get to Bristol, and then you need to buy a ticket from Bristol to Newcastle.
Buy a ticket.
You've got the
Because
money,
I'm
man.
on EasyJet and they're not. There's nothing.
Look, you've had my money. You've had it. You've spent it. You've took my money.
So it's going to fly out of here with 20 empty seats, unless we cough up the cash. You would rather fly that plane up there with 20 empty seats than get us back to our destination.
We bought a return from Newcastle
To Rome.
Rome to Newcastle, and we're in bloody Bristol. And we don't want to be in Bristol. Right?
I tell you what, they plastered the wall since we've been here.
Last year, Airline followed a group of World War II veterans returning to Monte Cassino, scene of one of the war's bloodiest battles. Ted Newell was on a mission to find his best friend Jack Ackley's memorial.
We'll spend the rest of the morning here. We'll find that tablet.
Thank you very much. Yeah, that's all I'm relying on. That's all I was playing for. Here he is, it's Jack Ackley. That's my mate. Oh, Lord, yeah, that's my gunner. Sorry. That's hit me.
Today at Gatwick, Ted's arrived to make the journey again, but this time with someone he's never met, Jack Ackley's son, Graham.
I was one when my father was called up in the war in 1939, and that was the last I saw. I remember we found he got killed in 1944. We understood that everybody in the tank was killed because it had a direct hit, we were told. And we didn't know there was any survivors. If we'd known there was survivors, we'd have probably tried to contact, many, many years ago. But nothing was ever said about anybody being alive out of the tank. It's going to be a moving time, I think, for both of us again.
Being a son of a friend, a very, very good friend at all, sort of bring back the relationship again. And that's all I want to do is to meet him, see what he thinks about it. Nothing looks so bad, are you?
A little bit. You all right?
Right.
Nice to see you.
Thank you. Wonderful, wonderful. Well, good day very much, sorry. Where did you come like that?
Yeah, well, my mother was always on the big side. My father was the same. My mother was always sort of stocky.
Yeah, your dad was bored.
Yeah.
Only my hobby.
Yeah. So my mother was, yeah.
Fancy this.
Yeah.
Oh, we were great buddies.
Yeah,
Great
yeah,
buddies.
this is what you said on the phone line.
I think it's wonderful.
Yeah, it's something I've always wanted to do.
Well, I'm coming at 89, so
Yeah.
this will be my last time.
Newly acquainted, Ted and Graham start their pilgrimage to Casino. In Bristol, Supervisor Michelle's now dealing with the increasingly unhappy group from Newcastle.
So what would you have done? Been the next one. Well, then you chose to come here.
Then
but
that
we
because
did-
people
then
have
your
got
choice.
obligations.
They
People can't
fulfilled
just stop
your
and run for an
their
extra
contract to get you
But
here.
people can't
The only
stop
way to
and-
get away from here now is to buy a seat to Newcastle.
It's like being held up by Dick Turpin. Pay up or bugger off. It's wrong. It's totally wrong.
I've entered a contract with EasyJet to get me from Newcastle to Rome and then Rome to Newcastle, and I want you to fulfil that contract.
And I've rung them and they said that all we can do is buy a ticket from Bristol to Newcastle.
I shouldn't have paid for
They
it.
wouldn't say that all we can't go on a Newcastle flight, but I was there between Sunday.
Yes, plus we've got to get somewhere to sleep tonight. That's more expense on the holiday. This is just not on.
Where we're going to spend the night? Are we going to have to pay for a hotel? Are these going to get one in Newcastle in the morning? Are they going to force me to pay for a flight? Do I hire a car? They reckon it's been snowing up north. We could hire a people carrier or something for the 8 of us. But when we get up north, we've got to go across the Pennines. It could be thick of snow. So we just don't know what we're going to do.
Up in the air, Ted and Graham haven't wasted any time remembering Jack.
Oh, yeah. Except you had more wrinkles there. That's Jack. That's Jack. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's Jack. So I don't know where you got his size from at all. Oh, that's wonderful. Wonderful.
We weren't sure whether probably that was you.
No.
Because you're roughly about the same height.
Yeah, no, it's not me.
Yeah.
No. I didn't have a photograph with Jack at all.
No.
Didn't have one at all,
Yeah.
no. Thank you very much indeed.
Those are yours.
Smashing. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
now I feel as though, knowing Ted for the short while at the moment, I knew my father better. Finding out things that I didn't know.
We were a family, and we got on so great together. We used to boast we got on better than any other tank crew that there was together. And it was a great loss when Jack went.
Back in Bristol, the Newcastle passengers will be stranded if they don't make a decision.
From 9:30 until we took off at 6:30 in Rome Airport, we've stood in
There you are.
queues.
We fly more people to Europe than BA,
But they
we
leave
don't
them.
get them back.
They leave them.
We don't fly them back.
It seems the cheapest option is to drive, all 320 miles.
It's costing us £130 or approximately £130 plus petrol for the 8 of us. Well, if you think about it, if we were going to go EasyJet, it was going to cost us over £100 each, wasn't it? So it was easier to do it this way. I know it's a long another 6 hours because we've been up so long, but well, what the hell?
When they all came in, I was just a bit it's sometimes quite scary, but it just I can't do anything else. I can only do so much, and if EasyJet won't let me do anything more for them, then I can't do anything else.
It's nearly 9:15 now. So you're looking at 2 o'clock in the morning? If we're lucky, if the roads are okay.
Is out of EasyJet's hand. I mean, it wasn't just EasyJet's flight that's been cancelled today from Italy. Many, many flights out.
EasyJet later refunded the cost of the hire cars. In Italy, Ted and Graham have reached the monastery at Monte Cassino. In 1944, after a long and bloody battle, the Germans still occupied the stronghold, and the decision was taken to bomb the monastery.
They got over 700 guns, including our tanks, down that Leary Valley, and opened up on this place, and that's what drove the Germans out. And the infantry come up and took it over. Simple as that.
Steady.
How about that?
Gosh.
Now, what chance anybody get out like that?
No. Yeah.
And when you see the cemetery, we appreciate the number of lives that was lost.
Yeah.
On this, yeah. It is.
Now it's Graham's turn to find his father's name among the thousands of fallen Allied soldiers.
And I can see his name now.
You can?
Yeah.
First one. Yeah. Yeah, it's Jack.
Always wanted to see it, but never got around to it. Very pleased to be here. Stop in my mind forevermore, though. Yeah, must know we're here.
Yes. Yeah.
They're ringing the bells for us.
That's right.
Lance Corporal, Ackley, Jay. Yeah, it's out of this world. It's a very emotional time. You know, knowing that it's here. Only seen it on photographs before. And seeing the actual real thing, it sort of, I don't know, makes it somehow. Makes you, how can you say, appreciate it more. Very moving.